Okay.
Over here, by the plant.
And like,
He's gonna think the plant's talking to him. This is great.
and he like looks over and he's like, buddy, I didn't know you could talk. Why you sound like a girl?
I'm not the
All
plant.
plants are girls.
I was hoping you'd come over though. This is Texas. I'm invisible right now.
All of Texas?
Well, not all of Texas.
Oh my god.
A person. I technically lived there for a very short time. You met me.
I don't need to know your backstory. What do you need?
Well, there's a group of
No,
people.
no, no. Go through the entire fence.
A lot has changed in the past 12 hours.
Good God, man! You have a dangle now. I'm not going to fault you for any sort of like thing that you went through. Your body has gone through a metamorphosis overnight. Please, it's fine. You do not need to apologize. And he just kind of looks at you and puts a hand on your shoulder and just like.
You got a dangle.
You were somebody who lived in Texas,
Right.
and then you
It's
took
not
the name
important
Texas?
though. That part isn't important. This is the important thing.
Why would you open with that if
No.
it wasn't
Well,
important?
I was just trying to introduce myself. Okay, so
Okay.
the important thing is there was a group in here, and now there's still one of them, but the others are gone, but they're coming back, and they want to kill us.
Are they from Texas too?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. But the important thing is they want to kill at least one, if not more, of us, and or do serious harm and damage. So, do
Okay.
you guys have rules or like a safe room?
No, we kind of play
Or-
it fast and loose here.
Yeah, I've heard that. So we should just kind of hightail it on out of here?
I mean, you could fight them. That'd be kind of entertaining. No,
Well-
right?
Am I bound to some sort of thing? I feel like the most responsible thing to do is to know, like, before you put on jewelry given to you by a god.
You feel like the most
Well, I
responsible
just-
thing to do when a god offers you a gift is to be like, well,
Well,
is
no, I
there a
thank you
user
very
agreement
much.
that
I
we
just-
need to sign here?
I
This
feel
is-
like
I mean, she's very nice, but this is no Banyan, the god of the lions. I mean, he's the king of the beasts.
And as Bubba walks out, he goes, "Hey, man, now I'm gonna get him, turn on. Woo!
Sorry, guys, I speak Bubba. I know, how you doing?
And I'm man, film artificial ball, just put stuff all the time.
You ain't fooling? Hell, my brother Cletus would love to talk to you.
Hey, man, I'm Terrell from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're all feel like pretty like people going in.
All right, now sounds good.
I'm just gonna captain code thoughts to just pull this memory out for later. Someone's gonna want to study.
Are you always invisible?
No, I just did this because I was trying to be stealthy. It's not working very well. I can see
No,
that.
because you're still talking.
I know, I have learned my lesson. I haven't learned my lesson. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to do more stupid stuff. It just kind of happens.
I did.
Hi. Oh my gosh, my face is so small. We changed.
Look at
Oh,
you.
no. Look at how small my
Little
face
baby
is.
face.
That's a little baby face. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're just going to keep it like that. We don't have time for this. Hi, everybody. Welcome. It is Tuesday night. It is time for a little D&D here on Indigo Chameleon. Welcome to Wanderlust and Exploration of Wildmount, where I get to take these amazingly beautiful, wonderful players and my tiny baby face on the epic adventures that they deserve. We've got a few announcements. We have a Discord. Please hang out there and get all sorts of cool stuff. It's your behind the scenes tour of what makes Indigo Chameleon so great. It's a cool place to hang out. We also have a merch store. You can buy cool stuff from the merch store, like mugs and T-shirts and cool stuff like that, like the T-shirt that Alcaboo's vendor is wearing. Yeah, it's that one right there. And cool
No, that's a
stuff like that.
screen.
This
Sorry, I just realized you just signed me out of everything.
This particular week, your boy was hustling, and I haven't even told these guys this yet, but we've got a couple of sponsorship affiliate deals in the works, including a brand of coffee made for D&D players, which I'm very excited about. So more fun announcements to come. Certifiable Scribe and Mesa, you have to stop flirting in the chat. It's so,
I'm allowed to flirt with my fiance.
that's fair. That's fair. It's just so cute.
Look, I'm going to be flirting with him later eventually.
That's fair too. To everybody that's hanging
Also
out,
very
Just
cute.
Asparagus, hello. Hey, everybody, welcome. And Certifiable Scribe, we love you. So thank you for tuning in. Okay, I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming. Oh, let's talk about the schedule for this week. Tonight is Tuesday. We've got Wanderlust and Exploration of Wildmount. Thursday, we have The Lost Isle. We have a particular mini arc that we just started called Apocalypse Then. And Apocalypse Then is going on right now, and it's taking place in the 1950s, where the world is ending as the government has sequestered a warforge that fell from the sky, and they think it's an alien menace. And this alien menace has sort of decimated this particular Area 51 base, but there's something nefarious going on behind the scenes. Tune in on Thursday for epic shenanigans that tie to Wonderland, and will also tie in to my first... Wanderlust is its own separate baby. Somewhere tucked away in the multiverse is Wanderlust and Exploration of Wildmount. But I've been a big fan of doing, connected universes and things of that sort. The Scribeverse. This is my first cross-universe arc, like Invasion or Civil War or something like that. Like, I wanted to work on something that was far-reaching and exploded outward. So this is going to be a precursor, and Lost Isle seemed like a good place to start with that, because it ties into Wonderland, and it also ties into Friday night, the finale of one of our babies, Neverland. Never is, due to some scheduling stuff and other stuff, Never is closing, so tune in on Friday for an epic finale that Never deserves. And I'm looking forward to telling one more great story with you, and we can all travel second star to the right and straight on till morning. And we don't have anything going on Saturday or Sunday, but you may catch a couple of pop-up streams from Indigo Chameleon. You never know. You'll find out if you follow us on the Discord. So another good reason to go there. And then Tuesday, we cycle back around to Wanderlust and Exploration of Wildmount. Stay tuned to the recruitment on the Discord for your ability to play with some of these amazing people that you see before you. I think that's it. Anybody have anything they want to plug? Any candies they want to eat while we do
So many.
No?
I'd like to do it without judgment, thank you.
Impossible here. Once upon a time, in Wanderlust and Exploration of Wildmount. The crew, having been reeling a little bit from their experiences at the casino, the episode started with a very interesting moment between Aelin and what he later found out to be his goddess. It turns out that this woman that he had a religious experience with all these many whiles ago was not the person he thought it was. I would encourage you to watch that episode for some pretty great emotional RP. The crew then set forth to handle a little bit of business, returning some of the clothes that they rented back to the Ninth Circle, and having an interesting interaction with their favorite demonic shopkeep there. The crew then proceeded to deliver a package, and it turns out that they've been holding on to a very large heart this whole time, which is a key to the mystery that was unfolding regarding why they were at the casino in the first place, and trying to find Ampersand, the goblin, as it were. The group then, during these escapades, decided they wanted to pay a visit to Kana and Silt and the Ninja Turtles. I'm sorry, the Turtles. And the group, upon going up to the home, discovered two individuals standing there, almost at guard. One was a dragonborn that had previously tried to do some pretty horrible things to the group, and particularly Alatrion, and another was a dwarven woman near the back of the house. The fight all of a sudden has come to a complete and utter total stop, though, as the front door swings open to reveal an interesting looking individual. Like I said before, this individual has no ears. They have sort of reptilian eyes, but for the most part look pale and humanoid. And standing next to them is a captain of the guard of the Cobalt, not the Cobalt Soul, the Clovis Concord. So, heroes. Combat for the time is stopped. Unless you want to keep fighting. I will say this. Let's cut to the group that's up front, okay? All of you give me perception checks. Yours at disadvantage. You are so far away and there are so many people, so you can make yours at disadvantage here.
That's just from the people in front, right?
People in the front.
Oh, never mind.
I rolled really great.
18.
You said perception?
Yes.
10.
10. Okay. It's hard for you to make out details. You kind of purposely took a step back and just like, should I? Are we? No? Okay. So you took a few steps back, but you're in the street a little bit, but you're trying to scope out details. It's not really working that well. Who are my other two front line?
It's Alatrion, Deb, and myself.
Okay. What did you get?
6.
6. The heat of the battle, your blood's still pumping a little bit. 18. You notice a few things, okay? When this door opens and this individual steps out, it's a very imposing figure. However, behind them, the house is thrashed. And you would see enough of this to see that the house is thrashed. Like, it is thrashed. You would see, 18 is a pretty good roll. You'd see at least 4 other individuals wearing these black robes in the house that all seem to be frozen, standing where they are, as this individual comes out of the house.
And it's just the two of them.
It's just the two of them. It's the humanoid figure, and he's standing next to, the humanoid figure that spoke once before, with the dragon-like eyes, turns to the group and is just sort of looking about and saying, "Well, what is the meaning of this? What are you doing?"
I'm trying to see some friends.
Are you?
I am.
Well, we are here on important Clovis Concord business.
Insight check.
Give me perception
I'm at the back
roll.
of the house.
You're at the back of the house. I need all of you in the back of the house to give me perception rolls to see if you pick up on what's going on.
Can we use the perception roll? We were in the front of the house?
Yeah.
22.
22. Yeah, you'd
7.
You'd hear some shouting and stuff like that, and let's see if the dwarven woman notices this. I could change things. She definitely notices this. She turns back to the front of the house and immediately just kind of looks forward, but you would hear this.
13.
13. And you'd hear noise. You kind of pick up the finer details of it. Insight check.
17.
He is absolutely telling the truth.
So where are the people that live here, then?
They are not here. We were worried about their safety. So we walked in and began to look for them.
Who do you think took them?
Not sure. That is why I summoned the constable. All of you that hear this noise, are you doing anything? Or are you staying in the back?
I didn't hear it, but if they make any...
If I hear commotion up front, there's only the one dwarven woman in the back, right?
She's discarded her weapon.
Aggressively.
Aggressively discarded her weapon. She's aggressively disarmed herself. As if she was angry at that shrubbery right there.
Aylin's gonna go, "Sorry!" and then turn and run to the front.
Okay, I'm running.
Okay. All of you would catch the tail end of this scene. Okay, what are you doing?
Hanging back.
Hanging back. How far back? You said 70?
I think I was at 90.
90? Okay,
Yeah.
90 feet
There's
back.
a cop. I'm not going in.
I don't... You catch little bits and pieces of this, but for the most
I'm
part,
not
you're
worried.
just like...
I'm.
You don't know where your brother is.
I'm gonna. This could be dumb. I'm gonna, because I'm wearing my cloak, but it's over my cobalt soul clothes.
Sure.
So I'm gonna just shrug my cloak back a little bit so that the clothes show.
Okay.
And I'm gonna address the guard. The Clovis Concord guy.
Okay.
And say, hello, we're just seeing our friend here. Is he okay?
He will turn and look at you. His mouth doesn't move. He doesn't speak, but he will turn and look at you and say, we're fine. We're just here on official business.
Can I do an insight check on that?
Sure.
Did we all hear it or just her?
No, just
Okay,
her.
Okay.
You heard, how about this? You heard Zara address him.
Mhm.
He turned and looked at her, and then she kind of reacted.
Okay, that's 15.
No. Sounds like he's on official business.
Okay.
It's a little weird he's not talking.
Okay, Aelin is gonna walk up to where Alatrion is, and...
Okay. Alatrion hasn't left at the front.
Right,
yet.
I was in the back, so I would...
Okay, the gentleman in the at the here will turn back and will say something. Sounds very sharp, guttural noises that come forth from him. As he turns back to the house and says something, it kind of comes across as like a harsh barking, just a and just like hits these guttural sounds. For those of you that speak Abyssal, you would recognize this. This is how I interpreted Abyssal in my mind.
So close.
Yeah, okay. But he said something, and immediately people start, the 4 individuals that you saw will walk out of the house. They'll just start walking past these individuals. Like, it's time to go.
Is the guard walking with them?
Nope, he is standing there. He's just kind of standing there, like, stoically, like, looking at the group.
I'm gonna walk up towards the guard. I'm gonna pass them and walk up towards the guard.
Okay, what's everybody else doing? As these individuals are walking past you, you would recognize some of the very similar black robes. Individuals of different makes, sizes, sex.
I was gonna walk up to Alatrion and say, where is Sultan Kana?
That's what we're trying to find out.
It is, what a mistake that we have made here today. In our haste to look for them, we may have overstepped our bounds. So,
just a little. It looks like.
Insight. I know nothing.
Great.
11.
It is of humblest apologies that we have done this, and I hope you will accept it.
And I hope that you will. I'm looking at the Dragonborn, and I hope that you will accept ours for jumping to conclusions.
I'm not apologizing.
Okay. Dragonborn is sort of like picked up by 2 that are coming out of the house, and he's just got eyes for Alatrion. Yes.
I fully accept that this is going to require a performance check, but as I'm walking up to the guard, I want to, when I get fairly close, trip, let out a little, and fall like I'm stumbling into him.
The black robe
the
guy?
guard, yeah, the guard, the guy who
Clovis
looks like
Concord
he's
guy.
from the Clovis Concord.
Okay.
Like, damsel in distress, trip, fall.
Performance or deception check. Either one of
Okay.
those I'll be good with.
Deception's better.
Okay.
It wasn't great. It's an 11.
Okay, so here's the good news. The good news is they buy it. And whether you interpret this as good news or bad news, you kind of stumble forward and your hands will pass through the illusory image. Whoever this individual is, it's just enough that they're not wearing the amount of armor that this individual is. So when you kind of stumble forward, it's a hand pushes through, like and you kind of pull your hand back, but you give it, whoops, like, and fall upon them and then immediately reel back.
Would anyone else have seen that? Like, are they all looking at the people walking away?
I don't know. I trust you guys. Give me honesty. If Zara falls and like trips forward, are you going to pay any attention to that?
Probably. But
would you know why she's doing that?
No.
Given Simon's latest history, he's basically just going to be looking toward the ground.
You're ready for the next. Yeah.
No, not at all.
You okay?
Yeah,
You're zoned.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of seeing everything, but I don't know if I
Perception check
specifically
at
see that.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
I think I would know what she might be trying to do, but I'm just eyes on the dragon.
Perception 14.
Accidentally feeling them up through the armor. Yes,
That's
shit
what
that
it does.
up.
14 perception.
14. You see your sister trip. I think the fine instruments of this about being like 90 feet back, like the fine tuning of this. You just see her trip and kind of fall.
Gotcha.
There's 4 of them, right? There's 4.
No. Let me be clear about this. After the 4 individuals that were inside of the house walk past the 2 that are out front, the dwarven woman will make her way around and meet up with the 4 that have just come out of the house.
Seven.
That's too many.
The Clovis Concord guard will not say anything, but will just sort of look at you all very sternly and nod and just like kind of put a hand up and walk down the steps with the rest of this group.
moving out of the way.
You're moving out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other individual will bow towards the group. Sort of, it's a bow, but his eyes never leave the group as he bows. Please give my apologies to the house's occupants when you see them.
Of course.
Who's the closest person to me? Like, of us?
I think a lot.
If you were talking to the Clovis Concord guy, it'd be Aelin and Elatrion, I think.
Okay.
Aelin and Elatrion are, because you're a little ways back, right?
I took a step back to look through.
Are the other people far enough? The people that we now know are definitely bad guys. Are they far enough away that if I whisper to them, I won't be overheard?
Absolutely not.
Crap.
You could always try. I don't want to say absolutely not, but it's not in a situation of like, guys.
Are they looking in my direction? The bad guys.
Could be a
They
perception
were
check.
walking out. They're heading that way.
Okay. How about this? You're looking down at the ground.
Yeah.
Who's studying the group? Nobody?
I'm kind of looking at
Give me an insight check.
Insight. Oh boy. 9.
9. Cool. Okay. You can certainly try. They are not going anywhere, but after a second, after this
My
bow...
perception was 19.
19. This dude, bowing dude, is in charge. From the way that they're holding themselves and the way the rest of the group is looking at him and the rest of the group is not leaving this spot, you are immediately able to discern that like this dude up that's still talking with the group is in charge. Nobody gives a crap about the Clovis Concord guy.
I was just trying to find out if they were looking at me because I wanted to go invisible, but I didn't want to go invisible.
They are not looking at you, they are looking at him.
Okay, then I'm gonna go invisible. I'm gonna cast.
This bowing guy, he's the dragonborn with the tail?
No. The bowing guy is the humanoid figure with no ears, dragon slit eyes.
I thought that was a Clovis Concord guy, my bad.
No.
All right,
He's
okay.
with the Clovis Concord guy.
Got it.
So that guy. Dragonborn is with the rest of the group.
Heard.
Okay, you go invisible.
I'm gonna go up behind. If it's Elatrion and Aelin there, I'm gonna go up behind Elatrion and say, "The gods are fake, but I can do recon. I can follow them."
I'll say that that's good timing for him to join the rest of his group and all of them start walking down the street.
As they start walking away, I'm going to call after the guy. Can I get a name so that I can tell them who was looking for them? Since you're so concerned about their well-being.
Okay, there it is.
Yep. That's the Al Sugar.
He will stop. He will turn around. and the group will start to follow him, and he will hold a hand out, and the rest of the group just kind of stops. And he walks forward, and he goes, I have so many names. You can call me Cole.
I will let them know.
Of course.
I'm gonna insight check whether or not that's at all truthful.
Okay, give me an insight check.
That's a 24.
Yes. That is one of his names.
Got it. That.
Yes. Please do. And also tell them we are old friends, and if they have any travel plans coming up, the weather is supposed to be terrible the next couple of days, so maybe they should not go anywhere. I have it on good authority.
I will let them know.
You said you're old friends?
Yes.
Would they know you by Cord?
No. Cole.
Oh. So they would know that name?
Yes.
Okay. Did you find anything? Like where they might have gone?
No, I did not.
Okay.
He will turn and walk with the group and continue walking forward. The group will walk down the street on the opposite side of where you are. In fact, they will purposely see that you're standing there and just sort of paying attention, or you have been for a while, and immediately just sort of cross over to the other side of the street and keep going.
Watch them the whole way.
Yep.
I'm going inside.
I'm gonna try to stick with them now that I've let him know what I'm doing. I'm hoping that when they get away from the house, they're gonna talk and we're gonna get more information. I'm not planning on following them forever and ever, but at least we can maybe get more information. I'm not touching them. I'm not going near them. I'm not casting anything because of invisibility.
Okay, all right. I appreciate
Just
this.
staying near.
Chef, Wolf, Dice Barbarian, what's up? I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. I need to know how long are you following them? Is this like are you gonna feel this out?
I'm taking it as it comes.
Right.
The plan is not for very long, but I'm hoping they start talking. But
I need stealth checks.
I don't want to get lost.
I need stealth checks added. I need a stealth
Okay.
check at advantage because you are invisible. You are still walking on the road though.
Okay, that is oh gosh, I have a +0 to stealth. That is a 16.
Okay. All of you don't see. You would have no idea she's done this.
No,
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
knows because I told him.
No, you asked, "Hey, should I follow them?" And
That's
I don't
actually true.
think he responded.
That's true.
You said, "Hey, should I follow? Is this a good idea?"
Well, he's at least got an inkling that I'm
Yeah,
like,
like, when she doesn't come back, I walk in and go, "Hey, Zara," and she doesn't respond.
All right.
Enter panic mode.
Okay. As she begins to follow the group, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna go inside.
Once the group is like out of sight, I'll head over to the group.
Okay.
Before I go inside, I would turn to Ulvar, having traveled with him for a long time, knowing that he's probably pretty decent at tracking. Maybe.
I mean,
And I would tell him, "Can you see where they went? Do you see anything?"
Take a look around.
I see.
I don't see nothing.
We ain't
Found sheep.
Gotta
love you guys.
I still haven't poetic thoughts, Jack.
Oh, right.
This is
he's tired.
And
You
drunk.
sleepy boy.
Oh, he's tired and drunk.
All right. So you wait. You join the group.
Yeah.
You go inside.
I'm going inside. I'm trying to find out anything I can.
You're staying outside. Okay.
I will sit on the front steps and just wait.
You're just waiting for them. Okay. What are you waiting? Or is this a ready to action in case you're waiting?
I'm just sitting and waiting.
Perfect. Anybody else doing anything? Anybody also waiting with Simon?
I'm rolling the bottle that my mother left me in my hands.
Okay, I like it. I'm about it.
So what would this be like a nature? Would this
Tell you what, you're going inside the house.
Right.
Let me describe a little bit about what's going on there.
Okay.
When you walk inside the house, the wreckage that you saw is freaking terrible. A lot of the furniture and stuff that you saw before was this beautiful, like, browns and greens and stuff like that. It looks like it was designed, like Silt had a heavy hand in making this a warm, comforting home. The first thing that you see that draws a little bit of ire, and I only say this because you can see that there's a lot of it, is a splash of blood against the back wall. Like, whatever these figures were doing, they stood here for a second, but, like, it almost looks like a vertical, like somebody took a little can of paint and hit the back wall with it. Furniture has been turned upside down. Books have been ransacked and, like, opened and flipped through. This is the chaos that you enter into this space.
Sprinting for the Turtle's room.
Okay, you just go.
That's my first goal, is to make sure that if they're still here, if they're okay.
Arkini, we love you. Thank you so much. You're the best. Yeah, you go. He goes running up the stairs.
If I'm seeing blood on the wall, then I'm going to go examine the blood and see.
And what are you looking for? Are you like, oh, I wonder what caused this wound? I'm looking for evidence of what happened.
Probably like the way it's been.
Close water analysis.
Exactly. On the wall, perhaps like if there's something I can say, oh, this might be. Man, I don't know if I know that.
I would say medicine or survival. Either one of those, I'm fine with.
I'm going to go survival.
Okay.
That is going to be a 6 at disadvantage.
You have no idea what caused this, man. Your head, that headache that's kind of been brewing all day. It's still at the back of it. Yeah.
Aelin would go to the bed the room that they were in previously.
Yeah.
Where it was Kana in the bed, or was it Silk?
Kana. Kana was in the bed.
Okay, so I would go to that room and see what I can see.
Yeah. Okay. Zerafina, you're walking alongside of them, and sure enough, as soon as they get out of earshot of the house, it turns into the Dragonborn speaking up first. Master, I'm so sorry. Silence. Where were they? And he says, upstairs, in the children's room. We tried. What do you mean you tried? There's some sort of barrier that prevented us from getting in there. We tried everything. We were in the process of dispelling it, calling out to you when the visitors, they appeared, and I immediately rushed outside, and he will instinctively, just like without saying anything, like will turn back and look at him, and this dude is rocked hard. The guy's hands never move. There's no uttering from his mouth. There's no nothing. But this Dragonborn, it looks like he just got like the shit punched out of him. Like, cause he gets hit and he spits blood onto the ground as he hits his knees. As this figure turns back to look at him, and he goes, "If you can't bring me what I want, what good are you?" And he goes, "No, that's not true. That's not true." And he will reach behind him and pull out the mushroom book.
Yeah.
You've seen this enough times. It's the Shroom Tomb, where you see Kana has read from this several times, but every time Kana read from it, Silt was able to make the mushroom sprout up really tiny, and Kana was reading the shrooms on this green patch of mushroom grail. Thank you.
The best kind of brew.
As he spits blood on the ground, I checked. This isn't an attack or anything. My cloak is invisible. I'm just gonna scoop a little bit of that blood with my cloak and keep going.
Okay, you're going to keep following them.
Yeah, I'm continuing to follow.
Okay, let's cut back to the rest of the group.
Okay. But I want some of that blood because I want to be able to track this person.
Sleight of
where we
hand.
need to. Okay. Oof. Sleight of hand? I'm invisible.
I mean,
9.
Give me another one because you're invisible. I'm fine with that.
That was worse.
No. All right. Okay. You continue to walk alongside. What are you doing during this time?
Is anything like ripped, destroyed, kind of? All right. I'm gonna cast mending on stuff and start fixing things up.
It's really sweet, Dev. Dev starts walking around the room, and buddy, it's going to take a while.
I
Mending
know.
is a 1 minute casting time,
I know.
and you're just making
Yeah.
you're making small repairs around the road. I want to try something new. All right. Perception, charisma, proficiency.
Perception plus charisma plus proficiency.
Perception plus charisma plus proficiency divided by 2.
17 on the die. Charisma is...
It's a little bit of math here.
That's fine. Okay. Total divided by 2? Or just the modifiers divided by 2?
Just the modifiers divided by 2.
Round up or down?
Up.
Cool. Adjusted 20.
Okay. You're out front. This is something that we're going to start trying to do. This is something called a vibe check.
Loving it.
Somebody sent me a video. Vibe checks are just I got the weirdest vibe from this place. You're trying to and because you're sitting still, sometimes in the stillness, I'm going to give you guys a chance to pick up the vibe of the row. If you roll badly, you're going to get a weird vibe that doesn't have anything to do with the row. I think these people all hate me. And I was like, this is your family reunion. No, I stand by the statement.
I mean...
Have you met my family?
Chum claws everywhere.
You're outside. Yeah. The house is giving off a weird vibe. Mm-hmm. When I say weird vibe, I mean you're instinctively you're out there with a bottle and you're just taking a moment to be still. Mm-hmm. And as you do that, you look over at the bushes surrounding the house, and the rose bushes are starting to die.
I don't speak nature.
I know you don't. But I'm giving you this because you're outside and you're being quiet.
Aileen?
Did you yell that or did you say
I said it quietly, but I'm going to start picking it up in mine.
All right.
Aileen?
Upstairs. Kids' room. This door used to be on its hinges, and now there are singes around where the door once was. In fact, the entire room is fire blasted. Multiple fire spells have been set off in this particular room. Children's clothes, some of the toys that you saw them in, and you even see, like, beneath the wreckage of the front door is a red bandana that you saw one of the kids wearing the other day. However, at the center of this fire damage is almost a white pearlescent dome. Almost like a hut in the middle of the room.
Nice. Would I be familiar with what this is?
I don't know if anybody here is casting. Give me an Arcana check. Just for fun. Give it to me at advantage because of your background.
Arcana is 21.
You would know exactly what this is. And you would know that no matter what they cast, unless they started slinging some heavy magics, and that this particular group happened to get here against all odds, if you hadn't come today, this would have been a different story. You all decided to come today, and you interrupted whatever was happening at this house. So this particular hut was set up, and you would know what it is.
I'm going to gently approach and tap and call out for Kana and or Silt.
Okay.
Are you in there? Maybe?
Are they gone?
Yeah, it's just us.
You can drop it. The dome dissipates. Kana has 2 of the kids. Silt has 2 of the kids, and it almost looks like he's death holding them. Like like he's squeezing them so hard that you almost see Kana like have a hand that's trying to kind of like pry his arm out a little bit from 2 of the kids. In the middle of this grouping is the only other drow that you've seen during your adventures here in the area. You see this woman who is just covered from head to toe in knickknacks. It almost looks like she is a walking spell component store. And they're tied on with various like bits of string, and her hair is this beautiful, like long, brown hair that she has taken spell components and tied at various points in her hair and just sort of like draped them over herself. and she drops the dome and says, "Hi."
Hi.
Is
Is everybody all right?
Silt begins to stand up. Kana begins to stand up, and he goes, "No one's hurt from your group, right? Zara is fine?"
Yeah, she's fine. Are y'all okay?
They tried to get in the house, but we were prepared this time. This is our friend Chance. And Chance comes out and she goes, "Hi."
Hi.
And she's just going to go for the hug.
Okay.
Never met you before in her life, but she's going to hug you. It's a gentle hug because she doesn't want to crush some of the stuff that's a little fragile on her chest. And she goes, "Well, I know that you were leaving in a few days, but now might seem like a better time. So why don't you just gather up everything you can, and then we'll..." And he nods at her and he goes, Yes, I think that's a great idea. Thank you, Chance." And Chance goes, "I'm going to head downstairs and see if I can gather up anything that you might need. Do you have food for the journey?" And he shakes his head no, and Chance looks at you and just sort of nods her head. Do you have other people here with you?
There's a handful, yeah.
Do you have a code word?
No.
Mine is peanut butter.
I will make note of that.
Remember.
I will.
And you can use it and I won't attack you.
I'm
very cunning.
I believe that.
And fast.
I saw your hut. It was very impressive.
I know. And she will look at you and she will look at the kids and she will like go to tap one of the kids on the head and the kid will try to bite her finger and she goes, "Kids," and walk out of the room.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna fire a couple messages to the four of you, letting you know someone is coming down and that she's okay.
Cool. You would see this individual. Any of you see this individual? You would see Chance and rather enigmatic, very smiley figure that has all of these spell components tied around at various points, and she comes downstairs and just sort of nods at you all and gives you big smiles and goes over towards one of these, reaches behind her, grabs a bag, and takes random things and starts like looking for food in the house, heading towards the kitchen and putting things in the bag.
No, because I'm still outside.
You the door's open.
Yeah, I know.
You would see.
Do I see her looking for food and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi. You're leaving. Are the others all right?
I am leaving. The others are fine.
And I have the feeling you're mocking me. I don't.
No, I'm not mocking you. Sorry. Do you ever meet someone and then you kind of have to do their voice?
I don't believe that's happening.
I collect voices.
At this point, Aelin would come running out because he heard him yelling.
Yes. The others would be traveling with you?
Yes. We're on a very important mission for the Bright Queen.
I hand over my 10 days worth of rations to her.
Oh, that's very sweet.
I have a feeling they will need some more than I do.
Well, we're going to protect them. The Bright Queen will make sure that no harm comes to them. That's why they're leaving. It's fine. I'm very good. You didn't see it, but there was a dome upstairs that was really good. And she will take the rations and continue to search around there.
Would Aelin know who the Bright Queen is?
History check.
Okay.
Let's cut back to Zerafina. What was your history check?
It was a number.
There's a number.
How about this?
So I rolled an 8, but I get a -1 to history. So
everybody is going to know kind of who the Bright Queen is. Okay.
Okay. I would ask, can I get an advantage due to my letters with Silvermoon?
Sure.
I know there's your house.
It's worse.
Yeah, you don't know shit. You know.
She's a smart royal person.
No. No, there are two main kingdoms.
Jorhaus and the Dwendalian Empire.
And the Dwendalian Empire. And the Bright Queen represents the Zorhassian Empire. Okay? Yes, she is probably very intelligent, but you know of her as a figure of the Zorhassian Empire. The Dwendalian Empire and her have been at odds for a little bit of time, but when Chance says that she's taking them to the Bright Queen, you assume that, oh. Okay.
Okay.
Zerafina.
Where did he put this book back? holding it in his hand? Is it in his pocket?
Yeah, he is. He's on the ground, but he is still holding this. He gets up off the ground, continues to walk with the group,
Okay.
and it is holding the book in his hand. We'll say it's at his side.
Okay. And is he walking to the front of the group or the back of the group? Or in the middle of the group? I don't know.
Even he's at the back. Nope, he's near the front.
He's near the front of the group.
Yeah.
Also, is pickpocketing considered an attack? I've been looking it up online and I cannot find a definitive
Depends on
answer.
how bad you do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, based on my time as Mandrake, it really depends on how that roll goes.
Okay. Let me say this.
I'm wrong.
Let me say this.
Oops, I fell.
It's not really a pickpocket, it's just grabbing a thing. Is that considered an attack?
This feels like a question that, from a rogue perspective, has probably been asked.
I know, and that's why I'm trying to look it up online and I have not been able to find a definitive answer.
Invisibility and sleight of hand. As it isn't an attack, it doesn't break invisibility. The DC to successfully pick the pocket, but you're not really
But
picking
it's
the
not
pocket,
a pocket,
you're
it's
yeeting
grabbing
the book.
something that is in
Here's
his
where
hand.
things get wonky.
Okay.
If I'm reading the spell correctly, anything you're holding at the time of invisibility, and guys, help me out on this, my fellow DMs, and chat,
Is
please weigh in.
invisible, but that would not be invisible any longer.
That would not pertain to the item.
Recently
But I'd
acquired
still
items.
be, but I'd still be invisible. The book would not be.
The
Correct.
book would not be.
Okay.
This, hang on.
Okay.
This. Oh my God.
We'll clean up in post.
Just fold the cheese in. You. Babe.
Yeah.
This can.
It
This.
can go terribly wrong. I know. I'm just trying to look at my options.
I know, but.
I know.
That's not
It
an
could go terribly wrong. I'm just looking at my options.
Okay.
Also, okay, so he's at the front of the group. He's carrying the book in his hand.
The group continues to walk along, and you are keeping pace with them, and the conversation, once it picks up a little bit, and they've made their way to the sort of busier parts of Beaded Alley, it seems like they're stopping their conversation about things pertaining to the goings-on in the house.
Yes.
They will share one more important bit of information, which is that they plan on returning tonight with about 10 to 15 more individuals, and they're just going to burn the house to the ground. If the dome falls, like how long can the dome
Arson is not the
last?
answer to everything.
I disagree. Don't look at me like that.
I was waiting for your response.
It's the answer to most. And by most,
Okay, so
surrounding area as well.
Chef Aladeth is saying this. If she grabs the book, then tucks it into her cloak, it should then be hidden. But maybe 2 sleight of hand checks, one to grab it and then one to
One to hide it.
immediately hide it.
Well, I'm also I'm trying to make a quick escape so that they can't grab at me. So I'm wondering about the surrounding areas. Have we got like rooftops? Have we got a narrow alley? Like what would be the quickest way, keeping in mind that I can fly, what would be the quickest way? Because my plan is to yeet the book and fly. Tuck it as I fly. I want to get up because they can't
Okay.
follow me up.
They can't.
Hopefully.
Okay, physically they can't. In
Right.
a 3D space, if any of them possess the ability to do things that could
Right, fire
access
at me
you.
or whatever, yes. Well, that was why my thought was, is there a place where I can basically get out of sight within 30 feet of movement, whether that's horizontal, vertical, or oblique?
If you roll under me on these probability dice, you will find an ideal place.
Okay.
If you have to roll under what I roll.
No, it's just not. It's 91. There's no way.
Okay. No, as you're walking currently,
Okay.
no ideal place stands out to you. There are booths. There are some buildings that you could like jump to, but everything is going to leave you open for just a
For
little.
more than 30 feet of movement.
Now, if you want to do something else, if you want to cause a distraction or something like
Yeah.
that, that's fine.
I'm gonna stick
Don't
with
blow up
them.
another sweet potato cart.
You see the yam cart.
No.
They've got a fresh yam cart. They're super excited.
remember how delicious those roasted yams are?
Smells.
Give me another 2 stealth checks just for fun.
Just for fun. That's a 13 because I have a +0 to stealth. So now, am I still at advantage because I'm invisible?
Yes, that's what I said. Like.
So it was still a 13 though.
Okay. All right. You're walking along. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him. Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
I gotta go.
But fun.
At one point, you're scoping out the roofs. You're scoping out the roofs. You're trying to figure out what to do, and you accidentally bump the dude that's near the back. I'll say it's just like a human. He's got kind of he's very handsome looking gentleman, black hair that's tied into this like little bun in the back of his head, but just handsome. And you kind of just bump him in the back, but he doesn't. He kind of looks around for a second and then just kind of shrugs it off as if somebody bumped it.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm staying with them. I'm looking out for any place that I could, because my plan is, I need a place where I can either grab the book and escape to within 30 feet of movement,
Okay.
or alternatively, I need a place where I can grab the book, tuck the book, be out of sight or around a corner or a fruit stand or whatever, just enough to disguise self, because I can do that at will, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that at will. Disguise self into like small adorable child, scruffy street urchin.
Okay.
Urchin.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like.
So
I've got two plans, but I'm looking for an opening for either of those plans.
Got it. Okay. As you're looking for an opening to this plan,
Yeah.
Everybody freezes.
Okay.
The birds in the sky freeze. The people walking freeze.
You're doomed.
Pet. Zara,
Yes.
you have a job to do.
Yes, my friend lost his book, and I'm just trying to get it back. It might be important.
Zara Fina, of your mother's blood, of your father's oath, you have a job to do.
Right, but I don't know how to do the job, how to stop the thing, and for all I know, this book helps to stop the thing.
Persuasion check.
That's actually really good because it's an 18 on the die and I have +5, so it's 23.
You feel yourself frozen in place and feel the hot breath hit your neck first. It is a frustrated exhale out. It is a that blows your hair up a little bit. Your body locks in place. We have things to do. How long do you need? Zara Fina.
I don't know how long I have to fix all of this, and I feel like I've just been sitting in one place and doing nothing, and I'm just trying to make things happen.
How many seconds,
Oh.
child? How much is it worth to you?
Oh. Like, I could take it, but then the seconds go and they can't catch up to me?
Time has a way of catching up to all of us.
So I can have 6 seconds back? Or 12?
How long would you like?
Oh, let's go for 12 seconds.
12 years.
That's a lot. 12 years, what do you mean? I said 12 seconds.
Time has a way of catching up to you, dear. What seems as if it was 12 seconds to you might be an eternity for others outside of the sands of time. Zarafina, of your mother's blood and your father's oath, how many seconds do you require?
The years thing is scaring me a little bit, so we'll go down to 6.
6 years of your life. The book means this much to you.
It doesn't, but it might mean that much to someone else.
Sometimes I wonder. 6 seconds. So much can happen in 6.
As soon as time restarts, I'm grabbing the book and flying away.
You are unlocked out of your spot. I need a wisdom save from you.
Crap. Oh, okay, that was 15. 17?
Okay. You are on the onset of 6 years is something hard for a person to go through, but you managed to go through it and make it through unscathed. You have 6 seconds of frozen time where you come forward and you age in that 6 seconds 6 years. Oh, wow. Every second that you stop, it's this 1. It's almost like you feel the muscles tighten a little bit. 2, 3. You are forcing yourself against a torrential sand storm of time as it tries to push you back, but with big, meaty claws, something is digging into your shoulders and pushing you onward against time itself. You take 20 points of, let's say, psychic damage. But you have 6 seconds undisturbed, and you have aged 6 years. So please adjust your character sheet accordingly.
All right, I'm taking the 6 seconds to get the book, fly upward over a roof.
Grabs the book.
Am I still invisible?
You have almost like a round of combat.
Okay.
You grab the book.
I want over a roof and out of the way of these
Your
people
invisibility completely wears off because it lasts for 15 minutes. It does not last for 6 years. So your invisibility immediately
then
drops.
cool. Then I'm up on a rooftop.
Up on a roof.
And changing into something. We're gonna go for street urchin.
Hang on. Taking the book, flying to the rooftop. That is your turn.
Yes. Okay,
Time starts, and they get a chance to look. Let's cut back to the house. Okay.
I would turn to Simon. That's a lot to take in. I would turn to Simon and you were yelling, and I like just hold up my hand axe.
I don't think we need that. This seems unusual. I don't point at the rose bushes.
They were healthy when I was here last.
They are not healthy now.
I will go up and take a look at them.
Chrono damage. Cannon, dice barbarian.
Ooh. I'm going to take a closer look at the rose bushes, the soil around them, see if I can see anything.
Nature check. If you're reaching out with your... It depends on how you're doing this. If you're reaching out with your senses, this would be like nature, I'm studying this. If you're going someplace else with this, I need to know.
Your channel divinity? I mean, you can speak to plants like that, right?
No, I can only charm plants. I could make them like me a lot, but they wouldn't tell me much.
That's it's different.
Oh man, if that doesn't hit hard.
You're so great. That's all I get. Oh, that's not bad. 17 on nature check.
17 on a nature check. They are... The plants aren't dying. Simon was right, though. They're not dying, they're de-blooming.
So like they're moving backwards.
Not their time, it's like they're receding. Like, there's a difference to me in my mind. Like, I know we're playing with a lot of time stuff, but it's not
instead of going out, they're going back in.
Yes, thank you. That's a better way of putting it.
Okay. So, would it be like, would he like, how would he register this? Like an energy drain? Like something's pulling from them, or they're just...
Buddy?
Yeah, I just don't understand the deep bloom.
Okay, how about this? plants grow up.
Yes.
These plants are growing down.
Okay.
Whatever nutrients and stuff like that, they're not dying. They're being sucked back in and like being reabsorbed. And the more you watch, the more time you spend, they're being not only like into the bushes themselves, but the bushes are being drawn back into the earth.
Got it. So his interpretation of this would be, nature's taking them back.
Cool. That being said, this girl Chance is coming in. She's introduced herself and she's gathering materials and she will. You two are outside. You're kind of still in the house.
Yeah, I'm probably just in this like space of like I just really wish I weren't drunk.
Yeah. Yes.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm fixing stuff.
You're doing a real good job.
Thank you.
It's just you're taking forever.
It takes forever.
They're not going to live here anymore.
And then I just stop.
And she's like, no.
Someone could have
no.
told me that beforehand.
If it makes you happy, no. Oh my god, that vase is so great. You did so good with the vase, though. You should refix it.
What a beautiful vase.
Are they taking any of this stuff?
I don't know. You want to help me find food?
Yes.
She immediately grabs your hand and like leads you into the kitchen. And
All
Chance
right.
is just kind of like going to the kitchen and you guys like look for food and like help find stuff. She's like, oh, look at the cabinet door, it's a little squeaky. You wanna?
It doesn't do that.
Do you wanna mend it?
Can you cast a
Doesn't-
WD-40?
Doesn't. Can try something.
Try it.
I'll press the digitation to try and clean it.
Okay.
See if that helps.
Yeah, you press the digitation and she's like, oh, that was magic.
But did it work?
I mean, it looks pretty clean.
I open and close it. Does it still squeak?
No, it doesn't squeak anymore. And she's like, you're a cabinet wizard.
I'll take it.
She goes, what's your name, cabinet wizard?
Dev.
Dev the cabinet wizard.
And yours is?
Chance.
Chance. I like it.
You've just had a chance meeting. Oh, that was good. A chance encounter. You just had a chance meeting. Or a chance encounter. I can't decide.
I'll
Which one
take
do you
both.
like more? You'll take both?
Yes, I'll take both.
Oh, I can't take both. You can only take one.
Chance encounter.
Yeah, that's better. And she like looks forward to you, and she immediately like grabs your hand, and you continue to go forward, and you like look for food and stuff like that. Silt immediately comes downstairs. He's running downstairs, and you see him. Silt has gone into full-on dad panic mode. We have to leave the house, but what if we don't have the diaper bag? Silt has a bag of holding, and he's running around grabbing favorite toys, stuffed animals. He's looking at the house. You see him like little like sad and things of that sort. Are you staying upstairs with Kana? Kana's just staying in his spot. But Silt comes running down the stairs. He'll look at the two of you outside, and he goes, "Didn't know you were here. Thank you."
It's nice to meet you, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. I assumed you're with.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. And he like extends a hand, and it's one of those like he doesn't stop at the he goes all the way in for the arm and squeezes, and it's strong. Like he goes, "Oh, you're better now. Good for you."
Yeah. I met Melora. Remember before I told you that I thought I met Melora, but like that wasn't the real Melora. I met the real Melora now.
Your aura's better.
Oh, good. Are you okay?
No.
Is there anything we can do? Do you need money for the trip?
No.
Anything?
No, we arranged this a while ago. Yeah, stay here. And he goes, has anybody seen a book? It's like a grass cover, little...
No, but did you see the rose bushes?
Hey, babies. And he'll go outside and he'll kneel down. He's like, I'll see you at the new place. And they begin to...
I just have look at mild bewilderment on Simon's face.
And he just kind of puts his hand out, and you know that he's just kind of like, see you soon, you know, and they start to
Good vibes.
Good vibes, yeah. And he goes, come here.
I'll walk over.
Come here. And he takes your hand and he puts it out. What do you want to say to him?
Be safe.
They'll listen.
Oh, what do I want to say to them? Thank you for protecting the house.
And he nods and he goes, the quiet. The quiet is so powerful, and many people spend their whole lives forgetting that. You have a gift from Melora. You can enjoy the quiet when others can't. We can embrace it. We can revel in it. Because they talk all the time about beautiful things. And we get to listen.
Can you teach me to understand it?
No, you can't. And he just like puts you down on the ground and just like pushes you up towards him.
Aylin's gonna sit cross-legged and like lean into the bushes with his ear.
Give me a vibe. Give me a vibe check. Perception, charisma, proficiency. What are you doing upstairs with Kana?
Does he have his ferret?
He does not.
Oof. Can you see me right now?
I cannot.
Cool. Do you know where your ferret is?
I know where he was.
Cool. Do you want some help downstairs?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to tell me?
There's a lot that I want to tell you, but we don't have a lot of time, I'm guessing.
Then there's a lot I need to tell you.
Great.
The casino is asking for body parts.
Why?
I don't know.
What
It's
was your
not
plan?
just hearts. It's lungs. It's hearts belonging to creatures. And it's also body parts belonging to warriors. It is gladiators. It is fighters. It is politicians. It is guardsmen. It is all of these things. And we don't know why. But they are running out of supplies from normal lines, so they are starting to branch out.
Do you know who they're working for? Who they are?
I don't.
What was the plan?
The plan was to take the body part with and try to gain some sort of entry. The long game wasn't working for me, and I don't know what was wrong. I was only doing this because it was the right thing to do, and I was tired of losing people. The house is done.
Yeah.
I would not stay here.
Yeah, it's a little bit, well, you can't see. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's thrashed.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. You've got to take care of this.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
Do you know anything about And? From Dread, Wrath, and Beyond?
I don't.
Okay.
I did find this, and he takes a, he's like starts reaching around on the ground and stuff like that, and then doesn't really find anything, and then like kind of reaches his left hand out, and as he does, he gets like a bag that looks like it was in the dome, that it was just close by. He takes the bag out and he hands it to you, and he goes, "This is the last bit of research I was able to do. I copied as much as I could on paper."
Okay.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay. Are you reading it now?
Sure.
Okay. Investigation check.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
How much do we know about? We know a lot about warrior culture, based on your background and things like that. Now, here's a little known fact about warrior culture. There are some outer bands of not necessarily orcs, but individuals on a little bit more on the savage side of things, that believe once you killed a warrior, there was no other way for you to absorb that energy and that power without actually ingesting the warrior. And the research points to this, and it's a body, it's just a humanoid figure, and it's chakra points. Like, it's heart, it's like mind, it's like down here, like you see these parts like labeled on a body, and you see weird notes like strength, ? Almost, he would not know this, but you would know this, D&D. Better constitution, makes you faster, eating this, what rituals go forth, like, but there is a, God, that's good, like, whatever you want to eat, that's how you get stronger. Give me an insight check. Great. Cool.
For that vibe check, was it just straight charisma?
Charisma? Perception.
Okay, then I got an 11.
11. It takes a while, but you get into the zone. You just kind of zone out. Yes.
Over after looking around this space, and he's pretty much seen people come in and out. Did not anybody realize we might be one shot?
It's just you and I think Deb in the room. We're outside.
Yeah, it's you two inside.
Right.
You two outside and me upstairs.
I think you say this out loud to yourself. As you count the room, you're like 1, 2, 3, 4. New girl upstairs. Are we not? You realize that she is not here.
Then Over's gonna go to the last place where he saw her, which I'm sure would be outside.
Was outside on the front porch.
Right. So he's gonna run outside.
Give me a survival check.
Disadvantage. Survival. That's gonna be a 14.
I'll say this: with the 14, because it's too good not to do. You would see some boot prints that lead off the porch down the sidewalk, following where these guys walked off.
And you're drunk.
You are drunk. You are exhausted. You are following those footprints.
It's that. Okay, here we go. It's. Yeah, he's just. Yeah.
Do you want to say anything to anybody before you do that?
Oh no.
He's just, it's gonna be that drunken mutter where it's like you've had way too many and you're just like but you're justifying it to yourself that this is what you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's just to the ether. So that's where that is.
Perception check.
Okay.
But I can't not
Yeah, no, that's fair.
have you.
Am I listening
You're out
intently
there?
to the bushes?
No. Give me
Okay.
a perception check.
12.
Alatra never said anything.
I was worried about some kids.
Perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's real out of character. but I
You're
mean
a
character.
wisdom character.
I am, but I rolled a 5. I got the
You
letter.
hear it. See him walk off. He's paying
Listen
attention
to
to the
those
bushes.
rose bushes.
Ulva. It's just. Aiden, I swat him on the arm.
What?
Ulva's leaving.
Okay, I get up and I get up and run after
Can we
Ulvar.
like frog march him back toward the house?
You can certainly try as you kind of put an arm up. Hey, hi. You put an arm up under him. You start to try to like frog march him back to the house as he's just kind of drunkenly like. But there are
Where are you
footprints.
going?
Yeah.
We have seen that we are missing someone here. Says she's gone.
She's being reckless again.
But they're the boot prints.
Let's cut back to she's being reckless again. You find yourself up on the top of this hill, or the top of this building, right where you kind of once were. Are you just continuing to fly as far as you can? Are you landing on the rooftop?
Depends on. I don't want everyone. I don't want a whole busy, crowded marketplace looking up and seeing me flying over the marketplace. So
Okay.
if there's a stealthy way to be able to get back pretty quickly, flying, great. If not, I'm gonna street urchin it.
Okay, I need
all the way
a.
back.
God, I don't even know what this would be. Tell you what. I'll tell you what. I've never done this before. I'm trying to figure out a skill, and I've been trying to figure this out in D&D for a while, based off sheer dumb luck.
All right, McGonagall.
Do they happen to? Do they happen to look up? Do you happen to find a spot? So how would we justify this? Just straight up D20s?
Sure, or
If you want,
maybe
unless you want to
even
like randomly assign us a luck point.
or even a D100.
I mean, haven't we just flipped a coin in the past?
You right? Mandrake with his.
Call it in the air. Call it in the air. If you call it correctly, they don't notice. Like it takes them a second to get their bearings, and you are just gone like the wind.
Okay, heads. Go.
You are of the god kind. You are done. You are gone. You are on the roof, and you hear shouting coming from below. As nobody knows exactly what happened to the book because you were invisible the whole time, so they don't even need to know who to look for. However, you would see the bright flash of green light.
Okay. Like somebody's firing a spell
Yeah.
up onto the roof.
No.
somewhere.
Somebody's firing a spell. I had
I'm so bitter I'm not there
I
for that.
said so much planned for this dude.
Rip.
God.
I'm gonna go ahead. Might as well. I got 2 spell slots per day. Yay! I'm gonna go ahead and re-invisibility myself.
You
instead,
you
so I
re-invisible.
can peek over and see what's going on.
Ah, yes, the re-invisibility spell.
Just
Yes.
remind me later to have you research Tanuki Gakure no Jutsu.
You look over the ledge. He's dead. He's done. He's a pile of dust.
The guy who had the book.
He's dusted away.
The leader or the guy who had the book?
The dragonborn with the tail that had the book is a pile of dust in the street. Everybody is walking past and just sort of like everybody stops for a second and looks at this scene that has taken, and you hear what's his name losing his mind. God, he's in a bad place. We are rebuilding. The myriad is here. We are active. No one is beyond our reach. Not even our own. Remember this. And he goes over towards the thing of dust and picks it up in his hands and looks at the crowd and lets it filter through his hand.
Okay, I'm just gonna take my little invisible self and then I tail it back to where I came from, and yeah, I'm going to Kana's house.
You start heading back towards Kana's house. All right. Well, glitter. Yeah. Okay. We cut back to the group as you guys have like grabbed him by the arms and have lifted him up and have just.
I'm assuming we're both a little taller than you, so we can actually get you off the ground.
Yeah, 5'9", baby.
Yeah, we can get you off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, damn.
Here, come listen to these rose bushes. I just pulled over.
I did not want to listen to the damn rose bushes. I was to find the footprints
You are
because...
not in the right faculties to track any of them.
First of all, you don't know me.
I
Secondly...
know that you are drunk as a skunk.
Skunks don't get drunk. That's a dumb metaphor.
Well, I knew this one skunk this one time.
Okay, so Zara's gone. Her blueprints are going off that direction.
And what happens were she to take off into the air? Would you be able to track us through the sky?
No one can track people through the sky.
Okay, then we will trust that Zeraphine does not do anything terribly stupid, which finds her way back to us. Yeah? Yeah. I realize what I am saying, and I stand by it.
Punch him in the throat.
Did he pass out?
On that note.
Did he pass out?
He passed out.
Yeah.
He's laying on top of the road. Chef Death, pretty sure Aelin already licked the shroom too.
That's how you know if it's a good one.
It's true.
You continue to work with Chance and gather up food and things of that sort. And she goes, what you deal mostly with cabinets, or do you have other spells?
I usually don't deal with cabinets, actually.
Oh my god. You didn't know you were a wizard.
Actually, I'm not.
Magic is something that is all over.
I'm not a wizard because I don't
it
like.
surrounds us.
I don't like studying, so I'm not a wizard.
Oh. You're just really good with cabinets.
I'm really good with magic.
Oh.
Are you good with magic?
Yeah. Yeah.
What kind do you do?
She thinks about it. And she's like, I don't really have a specialty.
I've seen people make that face in real life.
I don't really have a specialty. I just kind of do what's needed. It's weird. I don't know what I'm casting.
Interesting.
I just sort of like hope that it happens. And it's usually something good. Sometimes it's not.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's a little wild. A little magic-y. I like to call it wagic.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. What? Are you staying here at the house, or you shouldn't stay here? There were some really bad.
I don't plan to because it's kind of a mess.
Yeah, don't do that. And she goes, I'm going to start making a teleportation circle because I really need to make sure these bitey turtles get somewhere safe.
Yeah, you do that.
Do you want to help me?
If you'll show me, yeah.
It's not really a cabinet, but we'll see what we can do. And she like takes the rug and like pushes it out of the floor and then begins to make a big teleportation circle in the center of the floor. When she does this, she looks at the ground, and when she starts to cast this teleportation circle, she reaches in around her body and kind of does this like weird like boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna use this one. And does that a couple of times. Just kind of reaches around her butt and like feels out what spell component to take, and then just kind of takes and uses that one for a little bit, and cooks via like there. Gestidigitation.
It's my new favorite word.
It's amazing. But with a little bit of time, she starts tracing out this teleportation circle, and you assist. Zerafina comes down the street.
Yep, I'm getting to Kana as quickly as I can. So
He's upstairs.
I'm staying invisible until I know that the coast is clear. Like I know the coast is clear, she doesn't know the coast is clear, so I'm staying invisible as long as I can.
Latrion is upstairs, and I think with a little bit of your help, if you'll allow, like he asks you for assistance in summoning his familiar again, just so that he can have that.
Yeah.
Like
I'm down.
Teach me everything. Actually, give me an intelligence check.
Teach me nothing.
6.
How about this? I'm gonna give you a fourth of the find familiar spell.
Okay.
You're picking up details along the way, so in your spell book you can write down that like I know a fourth of the find familiar spell. Like
You have
you're gonna summon the butt of an animal, and it's just gonna be like, no, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off.
You know, if you do that for a worm, you'll eventually get an entire worm.
That's true. I hear they regenerate themselves. So really, I just need to do it once, and it'll just grow itself.
Or
starfish. Or piccolo.
Stay with me. 4 worm butts.
That's true.
You could also just summon like an elephant butt and smash them.
How far are we going to take this?
That's true too, I guess.
Sure.
There are 2 kinds of
Trying to
people.
figure out what you could do with a familiar worm. But,
Says
okay.
the girl with the cock.
I could see through
That's
its
why
eyes.
I'm trying to figure out what you could do with it. There's got to be possibilities, right?
Well, look at me.
I can find out where those rose bushes are growing.
You can summon one bird.
You
really fantastic fat bird that cannot fly.
Overnight, you would
I
have
find
this
the familiar by
amazing
summoning
garden.
the worm and offering that to something.
Come, Reginald the worm. No, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here for this.
I wasn't supposed to be here today.
Poor worm butts. Don't make it right.
Worm.
He's. I have to say this because it's Alkabu's Bender. He's staring at a bush.
Mm-hmm.
He's asleep. What are you doing as she walks up invisible?
Regarding the sleeping drunken elfman.
Yeah.
Are you waking me up?
No.
Okay, as I run by, because I know my voice well enough, so as I run by, I say, "Is the coast clear?"
See, I told you she would be fine.
Did you wake me up?
No.
Damn it.
I assume that you're like leaning on my shoulder as I stare at the bush.
Yeah.
This
You assume he's just interested in what you're doing.
So Aelin just bumps his shoulder.
Boom on the ground.
You go running past.
Did you guys hear Zara?
She's back.
I'm invisible.
No, you potted the pot.
So effective.
Shh, don't tell anyone. He's gonna get up and try to try to find her.
Just gonna go ahead and trip him, knock him back on his butt.
I'm getting beaten by y'all more than my enemies.
Where'd you go?
I went to chase the people and find out where they were going.
You
wait,
can
wait, wait.
stop whispering.
Hang on. You fell asleep, right?
Yeah.
For a second? How long were you out?
I don't know.
Short rest?
Around.
A round?
Like, at most 2 rounds.
Let's say a minute, okay? You're not drunk anymore.
Nice, finally.
You're not hungover at all.
I did it.
Nice.
What alcoholic sorcery is this?
The good kind.
Fair.
5 gold.
So then I'm
kind.
good to go.
you feel a little heavier, like your back feels a little heavier.
Sure.
But you are not hungover.
If this is what I think it is, I'm so happy.
I don't want to ever do that again.
On your feet. Come on.
Okay, get on your feet. You go running into the room. Dev is there with a drow woman with these long hair that's got all these little like accoutrements like attached to her. And she is like painting on the ground. You would recognize this as she's like painting a spell, but occasionally in the spell she embellishes and puts like a little smiley face, like in one part of the circle, and like does like a picture of like a flower.
And Kana is here too?
Kana is not. The house is thrashed.
Hello, it's me. What are you doing? Also, where is Kana?
Hello, me. Kana is upstairs.
Oh, I like your hair.
Oh, thanks, me too. I grew it myself.
All the dingly dangly bits in your hair. I like them.
If I wasn't Simon, I'd be so happy.
She goes, thanks, I didn't grow those myself. Those are spell components. You need them to cast magic, unless you're Dev, in which case you're just naturally good.
Yes, I've heard. He's a bit uppity about it. This is a very nice spell. I'm gonna go talk to Kana, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't rush.
She was nice.
She's my sister.
You gonna try to get her sending number, or?
She's your sister?
Yes.
For how long?
The whole time.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Would you use this blue and use it on the flower petals?
What?
This blue. Would you use this blue paint on the flower petals? I drew a flower over there. Does it look like a flower?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. You're the best, Steph. And she hands you like the blue paint. And she's like, we don't even need this for the spell. I just like to embellish.
Oh. I'll go paint it.
One time I did it and it smelled like a fart when we teleported out of it. So now I do it every time and it's never done it since. I think someone just farted during the teleportation.
That tracks.
But just like hands it to you and just like you go over and you paint that. Yeah. Flower blue. You head upstairs. Elatrion is there, and just at the end of that, little guy pops up. You see the familiar, and he runs over. And Kana, once again, his eyes go kind of the Milky Way, and he looks around, and Kana just goes over to where you are, and just like wraps you in a hug. The kids are still a little bitey, so you get some little, but
that's fine. I got scales.
Yeah. But gives Kana a hug, and he goes, Sarah, oh, you're all right.
Wait, he sees me?
Yeah.
Even though I'm invisible?
Oh, you're still invisible?
Yeah.
Yeah, then he does not see you.
And he wouldn't see me anyway, though. Kana, right?
Familiar.
Through the fairy.
Oh, through the fairy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hello!
Oh my god, who's there? And he casts Scorching Ray. No, you're...
To be fair, he's had a very traumatic experience.
No.
You're popping up out of nowhere.
No, you're fine. He goes, Sarah, is that you?
It is. Did you tell them all where I went? It doesn't seem like you did. They were very confused.
They were very busy. They didn't actually listen when I said, I'm going upstairs. Also, Zara went to find them.
Oh, you did say that.
I did. Yes, I said it. They must not have heard me. It's fine. It was very busy. There was a lot of yelling. Things were on fire. It was very...
Thank you for communicating that to all of the people.
Anytime.
I appreciate it.
Communication is honestly my strongest suit.
Yes.
If we could just clip the fact that all of us were like, the fuck?
Even downstairs, you're like, I sense a disturbance in the force.
Oh, you guys smell that? I smell some bull.
That's the fart in the teleportation circle.
It was Al.
Heavy sulfur use in that circle. All right, got it.
So great.
Okay, I guess I'll drop invisibility. Okay, I drop invisibility.
She looks older. I mean, it's not like I was 97 when the Titanic. No, but she looks older, and not only that, but she's got a little streak of gray.
I've gone from 23 to 29.
You did.
You
go from
accelerated
23 to
quickly
29.
through those years.
Yeah, you did that really quickly.
Wow.
Okay, that puts a lot of stress on your body.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of reach up and like touch it and go, this is kind of new, and pull one out. And just show you.
Ow!
Well, I figured you can't see it, so.
No, well, now I can.
Okay, well.
You didn't need to point it out. Is all of it like that?
No, just like this much.
You're back.
Kana goes forward and gives you a hug, And he goes, talk to Silt. He's got some berries. He dyes his fur. Don't tell anyone. And he just gives you a hug, but whispers that in your ear. As he's like,
I found your book.
you did what?
I pull out the book.
He takes it, and you just see him like hit his knees, and he's like, and you just hear him go like, Silt! And Silt comes running up the stairs, and Silt like walks over to Kana.
Important, and they took it. So.
This means so much. Thank you. Thank you. And he comes forward and like gives you a big hug as well, like, and just is like he's crying, little like tears and things of that sort, like just that are just.
It's okay. Crying makes me uncomfortable.
He pulls back and he goes, we have to go. I wish we could talk more. We have to.
Yes, they say they're coming back tonight with more people, like 10 to 15 more
Silt
people.
grabs the kids.
Yep.
Silt grabs the kids and immediately like they're gonna burn it to the like he grabs the kids.
Yep, and I've got Kana. We're just.
He before he goes, they'll head towards the teleportation circle, and Chance sees them coming down the stairs, and she nudges you. She's like, "It's fine. It smells great."
How can I find you?
Kana looks over at you and he grabs your hands and he's like, "We're headed to Zorhas. It's the only place safe for us right now."
Okay.
We have abilities that have been requested by the Bright Queen, and she has promised us a safe place. And with the things the way they are, we feel that it's a safe place for us and the children at this point. There are some bad things coming alive here in Port Tamale, and I fear all over. There are groups of individuals looking for weapons. What we thought was to prepare for a war, I don't think it's to prepare for a war. I think it's to instigate one. The tentative peace between the Dwendalian Empire and this everyone. Most individuals need a shove, a push, a whisper in the right direction, and all hell will break loose. You need to protect your friends. You need to be safe, because I don't know how much longer things are going to be okay anywhere. There are so many casualties that happen in times of war. Silt feels it. He feels it in the ground every time he walks outside. The plant's reacting like that. Something's coming. And I think you know that?
Yes.
And he reaches forward and kind of touches your hair behind your ear. And he goes, "Look us up."
Oh, definitely. I mean, I need to do something about this, so.
We've been told to use the word peanut butter. I'm not sure why.
Peanut butter. Is that like a code?
It is a code word.
Okay.
Chance is very protective of the kids, even though they like biting her. So she's going to take everybody. She's going to take us to the Bright Queen. And he goes, this, upstairs, our bedroom, okay, underneath the bed, and he is going to take the book now. Didn't think this was going to happen. He's going to take the book. And he is going to reach underside to where the grass is, because it kind of covers both sides. And he is going to wipe a hand across. The blades of grass will retract, and as they do, you will see this key made of stone underneath the grass, like underneath this side of the book. He takes the key from there and wipes a hand back, and the grass grows back. He goes, use this to unlock the back. There's a trick wall in the closet upstairs. I don't know how much of it they found, but whatever they didn't find, it's yours. Consider it a finder's fee. Don't stay in the house.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have one more question before you go. We don't know much. We know that the weapon that might be involved, it looks like this, and I'm going to summon up an image with prestidigitation, a small copy of Creepus's dagger.
He takes a step back from it, and Silt takes a step back from it, and he goes, "What are you doing?"
Asking if you know anything about this. Isn't the actual one. This is just we've seen it. So
I know. But you it was just like this.
Unsummon it since it makes it very uncomfortable.
He's like, this is a weapon, but too great of a cost to be used.
Okay.
We were told that there was a way to destroy it. We were instructed to hand it off during the God's Power.
Yeah, this is one of the weapons of the Betrayer gods.
I want nothing to do with this.
Same.
Just
we're kind of stuck.
There is something in that wants to get out. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were told not to do
Without
that.
question.
All right. Silt has the little like creatures, has the little creatures, the turtles in hand, and they're all just kind of like running around the fur. And he goes, "Thank you all very much." And he looks over at you and he goes, "They're quiet. I'm glad you got your aura aligned."
I have something for them.
Yeah.
And I'll pull out the ball attached to the
ball in the
string and
cup?
stick up.
Oh, wow.
I mean, maybe not now, but when they're older.
No, thank you so much. And he hands it to one of the kids, and the kids are like this, and then the one with the orange bandana like takes it and like bites the ball, and like you see Silt being like, "Oh my god, thank you so much," and like hits the kid in the back, and the kid spits it out like he's done it like 1,000 times. He's like, "It's very sweet. I hope that we all cross paths again sometime."
Those communication things we were given.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one. Are they long distance?
Yeah.
I'm going to give one to Silt.
Sending stones.
Yeah. And he holds on to it.
If you ever need us, or if we ever need you, we can contact each other through these.
Chance will come by, and she will like pick up like a piece of wood off the ground and hand it to you. Say, "If you ever need us, we will also be there."
I will build a campfire with this if I need you.
I probably won't see it. It's very far away.
Yeah.
I need it understood. There's nothing inherently magical about this piece of wood. I just found it seconds ago.
That is fine.
You could build a cabinet from it.
It would be a very tiny cabinet.
I'm going to look at the small piece of wood with a lot of doubt.
Maybe like an ant cabinet. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you.
And she's gonna reach forward and then she's gonna go like this. She's gonna go like this around her body, and then at one point she's gonna stop near like right knee, and she's gonna take like a flower that she has there that looks like dried at one point, and she's gonna hand it over to you, and she's gonna boop you on the snoot, and head over towards the teleportation circle, and then as quickly as humanly possible, all of these individuals are in this space, and then they are gone. Perception checks from everybody.
Or does it wait?
Just a 20.
Just a 20. 5.
14.
14.
17.
17.
19.
19. 6. 14 and up. Some smells kind of bad.
Oh god.
The house is yours.
We need to not be here.
We need to go upstairs and open the door.
Yeah, after that we need to leave.
Yes.
The longer we are here, the more dangerous it will be.
Go find whatever's upstairs. I'm gonna clean this because I don't know if they can track where they went, but I don't want it left here for them to.
Ooh, I'll help.
Do we do anything before we trash this?
I'm not retaining
we get
any of
out?
it, so.
I am gonna make a copy.
Okay. You make a copy.
I'm standing there ready,
Ready.
waiting for it to be done.
Should you bring this to someone, this might be a signature to the last known place where they all were. What you would assume would be Zora's. Okay?
Great.
I will stay downstairs with a latchery on it at some point, turn to him and say, they said that they were going to come back and burn it to the ground, right?
Okay.
What if we made it a bigger boom?
Okay.
How?
I'm gonna summon Marcus, since he's down for arson, and go, what did you have in mind?
Going with Zera.
Stressed.
You see a human figure that goes forward a little bit and puts a hand on Elatrion's mouth and just sort of pushes his head back as he leans forward and he looks at you as if to say,
"Go on."
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
He seems to say.
Okay, while you're talking about this, my group that's going upstairs. Okay, back room. Yes.
Yeah, back room. Open the door.
Open the door. The
He
room
also mentioned under the bed. So.
The room is trashed. It takes a little bit of moving debris and stuff like that. But with the key, you are able to find the false panel, and you find a little cache of magical items that would not be accessible had you not recovered the tome. The key is there, and I don't think anybody here has lockpicking tools, so this would have gotten weird. So inside, you find a couple of weird things, and let's see how well this crew knows magical items. You find a fan with some pretty intricately carved designs on the front of it. You find a jug with several spots on it, with corks in it, that looks like you can access a couple of things. You find a cloak of elven make, which seems very light, and looks like it might help someone be a little harder to hit. You find 2 bracers with arrows. Look like they're inlaid around it, which might be good for that. You find an immovable rod. I'm just going to give you that one. You find that rod with a button on the end of it that you can press. And not only that, but you find a robe. And kiddos, it's a kick-butt robe. But this robe has a bunch of weird-looking patches on it. A lot of the patches look like they were made of super good craftsmanship. The other patches look like they were made by 4 turtles who got a hold of some crayons. So you would find the traditional stuff like a dagger, bullseye lantern, mirror, 10-foot pole, hemp rope, sack. You would also find a crudely drawn picture of a big turtle with 3 legs. The other leg is replaced with a cannon. You would find a wand that looks like it turns people into animals. The limit is 1,000 people. There is 1 charge.
Oh my
You also you see something that's just labeled bag of goblins with various shapes inside the bag that are just look like they're pressing out. You would find a hole. It's just a black circle. It's a hole. You would find a door. You would find a horse that is wearing a cape, and it just says Super Horse.
Aylin's not allowed to have any of these things.
The other stuff is a bag of gold, a ladder, 4 potions of healing that are all in one patch, and the next one, I couldn't pass it up. You don't know what it says. It's really hard to look at. However, it looks like a boat. Okay, it looks like a boat, but in really tiny script at the very bottom of it, with the sail, with the boat, it just says land boat on it. It says land boat on it.
I spent a whole campaign inventing this.
You don't know how it could serve a purpose, but I'm going to hand all of these items to you. I have the list. A movable rod, the wind fan, the alchemy jug, the cloak of elvenkind, the bracers of archery, and the robe of useful items. Welcome to your first stash.
Yes!
Nice.
Thanks.
Just take one, pass it down, then.
Take all of them.
You know it.
Take all of them.
I'm going to say it's somewhat late into the afternoon at this point. Let's cut back to the scene downstairs. Make a big bada boom.
So, bad people should have bad consequences. They tried to hurt our friends.
Oh, we're past that. How are we exploding this?
I mean, Silk. I mean, Silk did have some things around here, I would assume.
Yeah, I know.
Do
This is Marcus, right?
Marcus is looking at him, and it looks like he's mouthing something to him.
Okay.
Yeah, boom, yeah.
Do you guys see anything around here that might...
Marcus...
He likes to play charades.
Marcus goes over to you, and it looks like he's taking a squat.
Yeah.
He's like...
I'm not doing that.
Can we see Marcus?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody can see Marcus. That's why I summoned him, because he was
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
fire! And I was like, well, this is the man to talk to.
What is... Do you have to walk him?
No, that's not how that works.
What, he
like looks at the ground, and he sees like the dirt in the ground again, and he's like... And it just starts like tracing in the floor. He's like, fertilizer.
Oh. Fertilizer explodes.
And Canna like to and Silt like to grow plants.
Yeah.
So...
Just imagine a phantom lighter in his hand.
Marcus, do you know how to do this?
Oh, yeah, he knows.
Let's
he
go.
didn't have eyebrows for 3 weeks once. Yeah, you still look kind of dumb. Just...
He will immediately like grab you by the hand if you let him. Yeah,
Yeah.
grab you by the hand, and he will take you. And you guys go searching around the house, and I'm gonna give him advantage on
A fertilizer check?
Yeah, nat 20. This is a gardening place. Like there was a garden and stuff. So after a bit of time, you would see like as you come downstairs, like Marcus is lifting bags of stuff and like spreading it around them. Place he finds this like little like this bucket of liquid. You don't know how he got it. Like Marcus manifested it or something. But he's just kind of like smiling. And as you guys come downstairs with your cache of goodies, this guy's like. You can see him whistling, but you can't hear any sounds as he's like splashing things with liquid and hiding bits of debris over like the things that are there, the little piles of manure. He's got little like bits of powder that he's sprinkling on top of things, and he is going to town.
So this is going to be the big boom then.
I would not like to be here, but that happens on a roof a couple of blocks away. Yeah, definitely, but not here.
This would explain that smell that we had smelled earlier.
I say we let them get on with this and we leave.
Uber's going outside. There's cleaner there.
Oh, Dave, don't forget you have a fight tonight. As I walk out the door.
Cool. You guys, before Marcus disappears, he's like, he kind of looks at you and he's like, he manages to communicate like, what's the trigger here?
I mean, they're gonna set the house on fire. So that. What?
Are you done copying this?
Am I done copying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I start like prestidigitation to clean it up.
Okay.
Did you want to take a second to copy it?
If I have a chance before you do that.
Oh yeah. All you gotta do is act.
Can I just add more stuff?
Hey, Dev, you mad genius, yours.
Close the book. No, that's a better idea. Yeah.
I go to town on this.
Dev, you mad genius. Dude, I love this. I love this so much.
Teleportation circles are very unique combinations, kids. One little thing going off, and you could teleport inside of an active volcano. So what Dev is trying to do...
Black Dragon.
Holy crap, pal. Oh, Dev. You good boy. Dev, tell you what, pal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, you know what? Give me a D20.
Hell yeah.
Can I quote Joe Cat real quick?
Yeah.
You can open up a one-way door to the fireplace.
You really could.
5.
This makes me so happy. You have no idea.
God. Oh crap.
Teleport into Strahd's living room.
Okay. Give me another D20, please.
Okay.
Let's see how many of his NPCs we
13.
can offer him tonight.
Lucky 13.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take them all out.
And Wanderlust is saved. The end.
Okay.
Remember that time when we TPK'd his NPCs?
Don't poke the bear. Do not.
It's fine.
Did you say 13?
13.
This is nothing but good reactions.
Oh,
They're not good reactions.
No.
They're good for us.
Yes.
I love these
Oh,
things.
man.
They're my
Crap. Yeah, kids. That is a white dragon. Okay, yeah. You just start playing around with the symbols and stuff like that. And I think that you channel a little bit of chance. You just like wait, and you're like, I'm going to wait and let artistic find me. You add a flourish here, and a thing here, and you just draw a little picture of a sad face and a smiley face. And you leave this teleportation circle intact for the most part, leaving these things carved into the ground. But all of this is kind of spread everywhere, and then all of you...
I summon blue eyes, white dragon.
He looks happy. Marcus seems happy with what he's done, and he seems. You all have copied down all the information that you want to copy down.
Name it peanut butter.
Okay.
Are you still in the room?
Yeah, we just came back down.
Okay. Did I see you bring the book back? No, you were
not.
invisible. So I don't know that. Never mind.
Okay. Oh my god, all the places.
Can't meta.
No, don't meta. Yeah. Okay. You guys. You finish with your work and leave. Start heading back towards the bar for your fight that evening.
Yep.
Okay.
Sarah and Deb going to have to scrap.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I didn't.
And somebody's taking chrono damage.
Rip to you.
Cut to, we've never done this before. Cut to several things, okay? As you all head there, it is not too late in the evening when a group of individuals all wearing black robes show up at the former House Bastion in Port Tamale. The first thing that is done is a maniacal laugh that echoes out throughout the group as these poor idiot fools have left the circle out in the open and thought they have run away. A few intrepid wizards, we'll say 6 of them, come forward and activate the teleportation circle. All 6 of them find themselves on a remote chain of islands by the name of Isocross. Isocross are home to some of the fiercest white dragons in all of Wildmount. I'm not even going to roll for this. As they teleport themselves there with spells at the ready, they are very quickly devoured. Encased in ice, all of them. The last thought that they have is the sense that this teleportation circle smells terrible before they are encased in ice. The leader of this group of individuals, so angry at what has happened, informs everyone to step outside the front door and in a show of power cast one firebolt inside of where the teleportation circle is in order to light a small flame that will soon echo out into the area.
Can we help roll the d6 damage?
All of you grab as many d6s as you have available to you.
Hell yeah.
Right now?
Wait, just on the table or like in our possession?
In your possession.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm just going to roll a D&D Beyond and just you tell me when to stop.
Yeah. I'll say this. If you have the d6s, each of you roll 10 of them.
Oh
Okay.
my
Your
god.
children gave me 12 last year.
One more.
Yeah. So I need all 10 of them, and I need Dice Barbarian and Chef a la Death to go ahead and roll 10 d6 as well.
Ooh, I also have the bullet ones that you gave me.
Oh, it was one away from a great number.
2.
Alright. I could roll it on my app, but this is way more fun, right?
Dice Barbarian and Chef a la Death. Go ahead. I need some rolls, please.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Let's start. Who has their first total? hang on, I gotta get a calculator out. I have a set number, and what I'm gonna do is divide this by the number of people that are there. Okay.
That's cool. That's cool.
16.
16.
Nope, still going.
Set number. Who's got a set number?
36.
36.
41.
Nice.
41.
37.
37.
Wow, like one of them.
28.
29.
29.
I didn't roll well.
43 from Dice Barbarian.
34.
34. Chef a la Death, I need a number from you. 39 from Chef a la Death.
This makes me so happy.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, I think that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
This firebolt is thrown in.
And they are thrown away.
This firebolt is thrown in, and you hear, one day they will rue the mid monologue as the house explodes outward, and somewhere all of you at the bar just feel the ground very briefly go. Like as everybody and Marcus is like,
no, just look over at you, tip my glass.
I'll point to Marcus.
Tip my glass at Marcus.
Aylin's gonna hold up his hand to try to high five Marcus.
Marcus's hand makes contact, and he looks at you and he goes. And he goes like this. He goes. The house explodes. The fire that any of them that survive the fire don't survive the shrapnel from the house. The wooden house, because the whole house is made of wood, it's made to be this warm. It explodes outward, causing a massive amount of destruction as it shreds all of them, save the leader of the group, who takes a massive amount of damage, but manages to stay up. But everyone else is utterly decimated between the teleportation circle, and the fireball and the ensuing damage sent forth to them.
The leaders had a really crappy day. I almost feel bad for him.
As the house explodes, and he is rocked backwards, he sits up. One small, tiny piece of the house rests at his feet. Faced upward, it has one word written on it that someone must have carved into the house at some point. And it simply says, Cowabunga. That is where we are going to end tonight. The Myriad at some point establishes themselves as a major powerhouse. That is not this night. As this group has decimated them. Thank you all so much for tuning in to tonight's epic episode. We'll let you know which items the players decide to use and claim as their own. But I hope everybody had as much fun as I get that. All the ways I thought that I'm going. I can't believe Marcus has just become the team pyromaniac. But thank you all. Thank you all so much. Yeah, you are. We're gonna see you soon. We're gonna go raid a channel real quick. Indigo Connect, and hey, thank you for wandering with us. We love you guys so much. We'll see you soon. Hard hands out. What up?